How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. Of the few games I had in the backlog, I had forgotten I had Bullet Souls. So here we go with Bullet Souls. That with Crimson Clover, Mega Man, and Bullet Souls. That was my mysterious backlog that was just confusing me. And this time we're going with a different character, Sadal. We're going for the 1cc with him, see how well we do. We haven't actually tried that before, or at least not seriously. So this is our first serious attempt to try to beat this game with a one default clear type of thing. Kind of seeing what we can do with the game before Infinite Burst comes out. Infinite Burst is kind of the sequel to this game, and that's been announced to come out, I think, relatively soon. I would say this summer, I think, in the next few months. I forget when. I am just trash at facts and remembering shit, but soon, I suppose, is the best I can offer you. And then it will sneak up all of a sudden and surprise me. That's how my life works. But yeah, Sidal's a great character. Almost, I would say, like polar opposite, but not really polar opposite to Yoon that we've been playing for a long time. Sidal's a slower character with high damage output, but also has a lock on. So he has these like little ships that can lock on to enemies and deal like continual damage over time. So for the reasons why we picked Yoon for like the super damage control, or rather like mob control, killing all the sort of spammy popcorn enemies that come out. We don't necessarily have that with Sadal. However, this guy is just a boss destroyer. Like, check this out with his once you get he just gets those little lock-on nodes to him, and that purple shot, and it's fucking all over. We ripped that guy apart before these final two supporting enemies showed up. So that's kind of where we're at. Now we sort of like flip the table, or flip the script rather, and found that now the stages are going to be harder than the final boss. So we'll see. At least that's what my assumption is now. So, like we did in previous, we're going to bounce that bomb around until maybe the final moments of this boss fight, and then use it and bring our bomb stock back up to 3. But yeah, you can see like once he's locked on, he just tears that stuff apart. So there we go. We used our bomb, pick up that bouncing bomb before it actually just completely left the screen. And there we go. Not the prettiest boss fight ever, but it'll do, certainly. But not the hardest either. And that's sort of what we want, regardless of how it's done. As long as we have, full bombs and don't take any damage. Can't really complain too much. However, this level is a pretty swarmy level, excuse me. So we'll certainly have to see how this plays out as I watch this again for the first time. I think you can certainly make this game really easy for yourself if you're using this character, if you know where to prioritize, if you know which enemies to attack first, because you are slower. You may have to, you have to make a more methodical approach to some things. Know where your danger targets are, get those off the screen as quick as you can, because you do have a high damage output. You can just kind of wipe anything you want off the screen. Yeah, look at this guy just rip you apart, dude. And I would say only Luke, of course, has higher damage than Sadal. just absolutely decimated that mini boss. But here we go. Here you see we may have been hit, or I think we may have been hit there. But as you can see, if you know, because he's a slower character, you can get swarmed easier and then put in some precarious positions. And you know, yeah, I'm not. I only took damage on this stage with you, and only a couple times. But I think, you know, the game is different, you know, with this character. But I imagine this this sort of train enemy here is going to be ripped apart rather quickly. Yeah, these like those little guys there, the ones you have to kill at the same time. We probably could kill them at the same time, but yeah, they don't stay very long. Cutting it a little too close there, but all the same, just chewing it up. Yeah. All right, and that brings us back up to full bomb stock. So hopefully we're not punished too badly for our earlier mistake. And this is where I think Sadal's strengths lie. You know, he can deal some awesome damage output, kind of lock onto enemy areas and really deal a lot of damage. And also, he's not the fastest character, so a lot of these patterns he can kind of maneuver in and kind of take his time. Yeah, good opportunity to get out of the corner there. I think we were not doing ourselves any favor hiding out there. And I think Sadal is a character in particular you don't want to do that. You know, I would say in an open space like in the middle of the screen would be an okay place to have not a lot of movement speed, but in the corner you're a sitting duck. However, as we were just talking, you know, we just got hit with some random bullet there. I'm not terribly too shocked. This pattern here with the different speed bullets can be rather tricky. And I would say for our genuine, not our genuine, but for our first serious try, you know, we're kind of just having the same bumps as we did with other characters. And this is certainly a stage where it's going to test our mettle with this stage. You know, we got a lot of enemies that's going to have a lot of standing power, a lot of soaking power. So we're going to have to see if we can, like enemies like this, that we can deal a lot of quick, heavy damage and get them off the screen as quick as we can. Really not too shabby there, where we can lock on him and move on to other targets. But of course, Purple Baxter is going to come up around here sometime soon. He was always such a bastard to our Yun run, so hopefully with this character we can maybe kill him a little quicker than usual. There he is. In all his purple majesty. There we go. Dead as a doornail, just like you should be. And so far he's doing okay. You know, we're doing okay with swarm-like enemies. You know, not the widest shot, but if everything is kind of clustered together, you know, those sort of purple bullets really do pack a punch. Maybe with Sadal we could actually pop that that egg there and get the points out of that, but it's nothing we really go for this round. Although it looks like we give it a shot here. I think we could pop it, but we kind of leave it alone. But that sort of gives you the idea of how much damage that damn thing takes and how almost impossible it was with Mewing to do. Yeah, bosses again. This guy's a really great boss to fight, but I think he is just absolutely just killed. Yeah, you can see even when we're completely out of place, the lock-on still do a pretty good number on his hit points. Yeah, you can see kind of this is where you not the strongest suit of Sadal is when you get a ton of enemies that do have some sticking power. Here we go with the return of the purple bastard, but we kind of made a misstep there and ran right into a bullet. So that brings us down to one bomb. Hopefully that doesn't. We don't get punished too much. We gotta kill that bastard real quick. There we go. Just before too many enemies kind of use him as a shield. Yeah, clustered enemies not so badly. And really maybe something like this where they're blitzing. I don't think that's really so bad either. Yeah, kill that guy real quick. But really not too shabby, to be completely honest. Yeah, I really think this guy is it'd be interesting to see how this works out in retrospect and kind of watching it from a perspective or a sort of outsider perspective. Because we're going to be doing a lot more damage than we did with previous characters. So I wondered how certain patterns would stick around. You can see how his hit points are quickly dropping. Yeah, that thing was canceled before it even began. Pretty easy for a slower character, kind of methodical movement there. And this is something maybe I had a little worry about. Yeah, there we are. Maybe not quick enough to go up and around this screen, so tried to go for in between and kind of failed that. Here we go again. Somehow pulled it off. Somehow pulled it off. Okay, I'm not sure that was ever meant to be, but it was pulled off by old Slowman Sadal somehow. And there we go. Again, not the prettiest, but given some challenges, you know, I mean, I don't think he's meant to take his wheelchair up that high, but it happened. A little bit of the devil's luck, I'm sure. And I think that just made our extends. Yes. So now we're up to 3. 3 lives. And 1 bomb to protect him. Protect it, rather. And this is a stage that does a lot of like blitzing, a lot of teleporting right into your face, that sort of thing. A lot of enemies that have a lot of sticking power. So it'd be interesting to see now how Sadal deals, or how the stage deals with a character that now can punch back really hard. You know, maybe we're letting a few enemies slip by, but for the most part, I think it's looking okay. Oh yeah, and just ripping his parts off. Just tore the whole side of him off. And then bashed up his face a little bit. Really didn't even have to dodge one bit there. Some nice patterns there. I like those big pink ties. But still, I remember how we had to do a lot more dodging when it came to Yoon there, and certainly was not the case there. Just full-on offense and just destruction. Here comes some of the more waves that have me concerned, but we'll see. I think when it comes to like these larger enemies on the sides here, and as well as that big battleship type thing, those things are going to get murdered rather quickly. Yeah, just like that. It's going to be all these little rinky-dinky enemies that kind of miss my attention that I have. You know, right there we just got hit with that. But yeah, that's never happened before. We've actually powered through that onslaught there. Usually we've had to dodge all the way around it, but that one we can just muscle right through. Same with this. I think pretty interesting to see how we really can just kind of really playing with fire there. I don't know how we survived that stupidity, but devil's luck right there. And that's the power right there. You can just run up to a guy you normally wouldn't and just wipe him out. And that's kind of the thing. You don't have to move too fast if you can just kill everything very fast. Yeah, he has a great time ripping those big battleships apart. Yeah, I mean, it's those little ships that I think are the most bother. One more bomb, we'll certainly take that into the boss for sure, protecting our third life there. One thing to remember, I think, is that he does those waves. Yeah, this wave attack here with those little kinks there. Those kinks are the ones that kind of have taken too many lives in the past, that's for sure. There we go, easy enough. But then again, you know, you certainly don't have to, you know, stick around in a pattern you feel uncomfortable with for too long. And some pretty okay dodges there, I'd say. You know, because we have a you know, a movement speed that we're not too worried about making some bad choices. So maybe have taken down to a third of his hit points already. This being a pattern I'm not going to be a fan of. Looks like we barely made it out alive there. It's going to be these sort of... There it is right there. We lost our bomb. But it's going to be this sort of 2-speed type of thing. Looks like we made it through all right, but not without claiming that bomb. So now our third life is kind of out in the open. There it is. Down to 2 lives now with 3 bombs. And this is certainly near the boss fight where all his parts seem to just kind of fall apart. Oh, he took another hit off us. And another. Really got ugly at the end there. Jesus Christ, fucking Sons of Anarchy outside. But hey, we're on the final stage now with 2 lives, with that second life having 1 bomb, so... You know, there's been runs where we would think that'd be a good thing, so although that boss fight was kind of turning ugly, you know, we you know, we're not in a bad place. You know, a couple stupid errors, but not terribly bad. You know, and if there was ever a stage to bring some heavy hitting, it's certainly this one. Yeah, it's pretty amazing to see how Sadal just tears apart that pink star guy. He just murders him. And the sort of the green star guys, they don't last very long either, which is good because they do end up leaving a lot on the screen. Getting pretty cluttered. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Ripping that guy to shreds. Alright, finally got hit there. So we're on our last hit of this second life here. Well, excuse me, we just got a bomb to fill that, to protect that second life just a little bit longer. Yeah, no shot whatsoever. No chance in hell. But I think now we're getting towards the sort of like, yeah, they're sort of pink swarmy guys. Yeah, you see all those enemies on the left just able to pin us into that corner. All right, there goes our second life. So we're down to 1 life with full bombs. There goes another bomb. Every time we're pressured into a corner, we're waiting to be killed. Sort of moth-like mini boss. I kind of think he's looks like a moth. I don't know. What do you? Maybe you guys can see something else in that, but certainly now with the wings. Not the best dodge ever there, but luckily, like at the nick of time, we kind of canceled it. And wouldn't you know it, another mini boss that's just, you know, snuffed into the ground. Yeah, we're really feeling the pressure of not being able to kill every little tiny enemy. And yeah, and that's exactly what happens. With all these little sort of wasp-like characters shooting those pink triangles, we weren't able to really get in a good place. But here we are, final boss. One man, one bomb, one boss. So at the very least, you know, I can say, you know, it's hasn't been a bad effort. You know, first time with this character, trying to 1cc, and we actually get to the final boss. So, you know, despite the fact that I think we're going to get our asses royally handed to us. No pun intended, because we're playing the king character or anything, but you know, that's just, I'm willing to accept that's just sort of what happens when you're fighting the boss for the first time. Pretty mean pattern there. I'm kind of at a loss to how to really avoid that one. Really bad misplay there. And we're sort of now just kind of bleeding damage. Now we're no lives, one bomb. You can kind of see maybe this boss in particular, you want a little bit more speed than what Sadal can offer you. But you know what? We've taken the boss down to half-life, and you know, granted we died, but you know, hey, first try, and we've, you know, almost killed the boss. He's down to like 50% health, so not too bad. You know, for a first go, you can't complain too much. And that's gonna be it for this time. Don't forget to like, leave a comment, leave all that stuff. And we'll come back next time.